Good morning. Over the last couple of weeks, as the basketball season's been winding down in the NBA, I've seen a lot of posts about who is the greatest of all time, the GOAT in basketball. And of course, you have a huge amount of people who think it's Michael Jordan. You have a growing number who think it's LeBron James because of the records that he has broken. And you have the old timers who think, well, it was Wilt Chamberlain, the most dominant player of his era. But invariably, when one of these posts comes up, there are thousands and thousands of comments that come in, and they're all arguing for a different point of view. Last night, I saw a similar post about the NFL, and it listed the top 9 players at each position over the course of the years. And of course, I knew immediately this was a bogus list because there was only one Dallas Cowboy on it. But at the end of it, there were thousands of comments, people arguing back and forth about it. Invariably, when we argue about who is the greatest, it becomes an argument. And Jesus saw this among his own disciples. They were coming to the close of his ministry. They could see that we might be getting to the end, and they started arguing among themselves who's going to be the greatest in this kingdom of heaven. Jesus asked them what they were arguing about, and then he told them this: the one of you who decides that you're going to be last, you'll be first. The one who's willing to submit to other people, you'll be first. Now that's counterintuitive, and it is so hard to do. I spent my whole life, my whole career, trying to be first. I wanted the promotion. I wanted the title. I wanted the highest raise. I wanted to be recognized as being the best. And yet, all that leads to is anxiety. It leads to frustration. It leads to arguments and broken relationships because I want what I want. Henri Nouwen was a great Catholic theologian who lived in the late 20th century. He was highly educated. He was a priest. He got his doctorate degree and he taught in some prestigious institutions, University of Notre Dame, Yale Divinity School, and then ultimately Harvard University. He was renowned for his knowledge and for his teaching, but he felt empty inside. And as he came toward the end of his life, he began searching for something that would fill that emptiness, this great theologian. And after some searching, he found a community, L'Arche Daybreak, a community that did nothing but help those who were disabled. And he discovered a young man who had been severely injured in a car wreck. He began to help him and his family, and he felt such satisfaction. The people at the community saw what he was doing. They asked him to stay and be the pastor at that community. He spent the last 10 years of his life really doing nothing but serving those who couldn't serve themselves. And he lived the last years of his life with the peace that he had been seeking for so long. Jesus says that is the key. Make yourself last and put others first. It's not easy. I haven't mastered it, and I have to keep working on it. But it's what we're called to do. So this week, as you're thinking about the construct of your week, think about where you can put others first, where you can submit your time, your talent, your treasure to help those who are less fortunate, those who are in need, those whom God has called you to serve. Have a great week.